What's going on, guys? About to check out this video about this guy named JasonTheWeen. That's a crazy name. Yo, that's my bad. Before we even get into the conversation, that name is, that's kind of wild. Streamers just be naming themselves anything. Call myself BX, the Beast.
Literally just lying on the internet for impressions, bro. Yeah, you're right. It's not even lies. He's just falsely accusing me of directly involved. Okay, bet. All right, bet.
I don't know what it is. How the does JasonTheWeen have anything to do with the bro? Like,
recently, after the entire Davis situation that has been going down with him being put into court and him actually being put behind bars, a lot of people have taken this opportunity not to sit there and point at David and dissect the case with their chat, talk about how David is not a good person. Why?
Oh, this is David's boy. Okay, I remember this guy now. With his crazy name. This is the one that was all in the David videos. If you don't know what that is, that's the singer who was doing some EDP stuff, and allegedly, I want you to look at my eye when I say allegedly was responsible for the death of a 14-year-old, I think is the one that he was doing his EDP stuff with. He was getting his R. Kelly on with.
Everything that went on is pretty bad, and basically just go over all the crazy stuff that has happened since then. Instead, a lot of streamers / clip pages have used this as an opportunity to try and sit there and hate farm JasonTheWeen because he had a couple of streams with David, basically lying on his name for attention and clicks. I'm only commentating on this to talk about the weird accusations being put on JasonTheWeen's name. I do not condone, support, or in any way aid to any of the false things that are being placed upon him and his connection with David. I want to make that very clear from the start so that when I dive into the backgrounds of JasonTheWeen along with David's connection, people don't assume that I'm trying to say or agree with all the wild things that have been put on top of JasonTheWeen's name. That is just not the case at all. But
I don't think he stood trial yesterday, did he? I wish they would make it fast. The fact that they took like 6 months to even arrest him is insane.
But I do still want to start from the very beginning with who even are any of these two in case you're unaware.
You know what I'm saying? I thought you were older because I'm 20 and I thought that was young.
That's why I call you big bro.
Yo, wait, you're 04?
05.
What the?
Talking about March, baby, bro.
Wait.
What's up, Ren? How you doing? But yeah, the fact that they even took 6 months to lock his ass up is insane. But I don't think he was found guilty yet, right? I don't think the trial happened.
Start calling you Unc now.
Nah.
It's over.
I wish they would to make this a speedy thing. But then again, we want them to make sure they do it right as well, too. So don't rush through it. But lock this nigga up, yeah.
Nah,
It's over.
Timestamps in case y'all want to skip around. For anyone who's unaware,
I seen a clip the other day. I don't even think I could show it. But I seen a clip where him and Celeste, and they're sitting there next to each other, and she says that he was evil because he blanks children. And then he ends the stream and tells all his moderators, delete everything. This nigga need to be under the jail. He needs to be in the maximum, like, the bottom where they keep super villains at, put him there, put him, R. Kelly, EDP. They need to be, throw Vitaly in there as well. Throw him in the mix.
of any of the people that you just saw on screen, JasonTheWeen is a very popular streamer who does a mix of content from IRLs to desktop to reactions to even making songs. Now, at one point, decided to do a collab with David, the other person you saw in that clip, who is a songwriter who's in a lot of heat right now for a ton of things that happened between him and a young girl that was found in his Tesla. But at the time, JasonTheWeen and the public were unaware of this. So him and Jason ended up doing a bunch of different collab, from making a song together to being featured in his music video to just being around or seen with him on stream from time to time.
How tall is David? Hey, look.
This is man.
There's been a lot of discourse. Regarding
That's his man's.
my height. I'm gonna just say, Jason is taller than me by about an inch.
No,
by about an
that
inch.
is not an inch,
By
bro.
about an inch. But
That is not an inch, bro.
by about 2 inches. By about 2 inches.
Nah.
By about 3 inches. By about 3 inches. But
Clips of the two on stream started circulating like crazy and doing crazy amounts of numbers. Along with something that aided this was the fact that Jason and David ended up making a song on stream that a lot of people adored and loved, which they ended up also filming a music video for, which went super viral. It seemed like that collab was just like any other one that was pushing David's name along with JasonTheWeen's name out there to a lot more people. Unfortunately, one day we got the news that David was going to be a suspect in a case after a body was found in his Tesla. And everybody was shocked to hear about this. Everybody was in complete awe as they couldn't understand or even see the possibility of that being David, because he apparently had so many alibis at the time, from being on tour to having this personality of some guy who would never do such a thing, to just a lot of people being very skeptical of the situation. And unfortunately, for most people without a platform, them voicing how they feel about it or voicing any concerns that they might have with the information that was being released won't really be affected. JasonTheWeen had a big streaming audience, so anytime he spoke about the situation with David, negative or positively, it was going to get clipped and shared instantly.
Hey, I'm gonna say this right now. He didn't anybody, bro. He didn't anybody. There's no way. There's no way he's been on tour. He didn't anybody. He's been on tour. He literally performed yesterday.
Dead ass?
Yeah.
You nasty fam, you nasty. You nasty fam, you nasty. You nasty fam, you nasty. You nasty fam, yeah. You know your name. You
Hey, there's no way he's been on tour. He didn't anybody. He's been on tour. He literally performed yesterday. Bro, do you see the videos that he makes? There's no way he's somebody. He was framed. Either he was framed or my theory is someone and stole David's car and left it in the trunk. But I'm also not a detective. So
Have you talked about the situation?
With David?
Yeah.
Yeah, he didn't do it.
He's not.
Wow.
No.
Thank God, bro. Because I was still going to listen to his music. I was just worried that I'd be.
Look. Oh, man. You keep so focused on upping them numbers.
I did.
No, listen, he didn't do it. He literally performed the next day. If he was a suspect, the police would have been after him. He's not a suspect.
He's not just escaping the police clutches.
No. And I'm going to perform. We're going to perform on the 20th, me and David.
When all this news first broke out, it would have been better for Jason to just say nothing. Because I know he's looking back at some of these clips completely mad at.
Wait, somebody said, there's no way Diddy did what he did to Cassie. He was in the studio. Right, that's just as dumb. That's pretty much what he said. Yeah, that was stupid. He couldn't have done it. He was on tour. Okay. Wow. Yeah, he's an idiot. He's a fool.
Himself. Again, this was all before any real evidence came out and before the internet detectives started collecting videos, having past live streams, looking at tattoos that David had. This is all very brand new. But even then, this is very negligent on JasonTheWeen's part to even speak or discuss this when an ongoing case is going on. So out of this entire situation, this is definitely a mistake and misstep on his part, because a lot of the internet used this as an excuse to blame JasonTheWeen for not only having a connection with David when all of this stuff was still pretty new, but also apparently trying to defend him after more and more evidence came out, to the point where he had to have his friends on stream, Lacey and Stable Ronaldo, actually defend him, because a bunch of people were trying to point at JasonTheWeen and say he definitely had some involvement, he might have helped David, he has some connection or some way knew something about everything that was going on with the David case, when if you think about that for a second, that's
I don't know what game this is, but it looked fun as hell. Ain't got it for PC, but I'll play this.
sounds beyond far-fetched.
Bro, stop with this shit. I don't know about this shit. By the way, I don't give a fuck. Y'all can call me a
writer, y'all could do the, but I don't know why y'all think that Jason the Ween has any type of fucking involvement into what happened with the David dude, bro. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I don't know if it's the state clips.
Because he caping for him so hard.
I don't know if motherfuckers are autistic. I don't know what it is. How the fuck does Jason the Ween have anything to do with the fucking, like, bro, motherfuckers lost the plot. Genuinely, have they lost the plot? Have they lost? Like, I do not understand, bro. I don't know, bro. I don't know.
And a 15-year-old girl is, and instead of being human and being like, oh, that's horrible, that's sad, that's so evil, somehow you guys try to link Jason. Y'all realize that just because you do a stream with someone or make a song with someone doesn't, like, you guys act like Jason has absolutely nothing to do with this at all.
So why did he put himself into it? Why did he cape so hard? Like, that will make no sense.
If someone has the capability of another human being and talking to an underage girl and hiding it for years, that person is sick in the head. That is a sociopath, a psychopath.
Now, obviously, the normal sentiment that a lot of people are going to have is Jason the Ween just outspoke when he didn't need to, and when a lot of people on the internet didn't have a lot of evidence. And once more evidence comes its way, you can't delete these clips or the original stuff that you said when basically everybody knew nothing. So once a bunch more people were like, hey, we can definitely tell that David's involved in some way, we can definitely tell that there was a relationship in some way, people were still pulling up those old clips when basically everybody knew nothing. And Jason the Ween had spoke about the situation, saying that he was innocent, saying that he was still going to perform with them, and using that as evidence to say Jason the Ween definitely knew and is just trying to defend his friend, in air quotes obviously, even though y'all can't see them, against the media and trying to save his PR as all of this stuff goes on. When in actuality, that's not the case. And it got so bad to the point that Jason the Ween had to get on stream himself and denounce all of the old stuff that he said and said that he was not actually friends with David and only did streams with him.
Because the narrative that's been spun on Twitter. First off, I want to retract my statement. Obviously, the other day, I was defending David before all the new evidence came out. I do not condone anything that David has done.
XQC, when he was arguing with Senna, and this guy was sitting there hyping up Senna, XQC should have been like, oh, you want to talk, man? Let's talk about David. Let's bring that into the picture. What's up?
He's doing, okay, that shit is wicked and it's just unbelievable. It's been a lot to process. And one more thing, I want to say the girl that I met named Celeste at the Phase house is not the same Celeste that was RP to that girl. One thing I also want to add to the David situation. I did not know anything.
You met a girl named Celeste at David's house? That's insane. That's crazy. What? That is so nuts. Wow. Okay. You said it's a different girl?
I'm not even close friends with David. I made a song with him. All right. I had dinner with him one time in a group setting. And then motherfuckers saying I'm best friends with him. No, bro.
Now, obviously, I'll state again that Jason the Ween speaking out at all before a lot of evidence came out is negligence on his part. I'm pretty sure he knows. I'm pretty sure you as the audience knows. And he understands moving forward that he should not do that. But after stating to not only his audience, but the rest of the world that he is not condoning anything that David has done, he denounces him actually defending him. And he is not cool or friends with him because he doesn't even hang out with him off stream and only went to a dinner with him in a setting that was with more people. You would think that after all of this settled down, people would stop comparing or talking about Jason the Ween having a connection with David at all. And all reality, that should have been the case, but it definitely wasn't. Still, more and more people were going on and on about Jason the Ween still having some sort of connection with David. And something that was fueling a lot of this were these clipping pages, making fake posts like this. Phase Jason is connected to both a pred and an alleged What's next? JasonTheWeen now regrets defending David
That's
after backlash he received. JasonTheWeen backtracks to "We were not friends" after defending David and calling him his best friend for months. Fans believe FaZe Jason knew about David's past with Celeste and tried to cover it up. FaZe Jason still hasn't changed his stance after defending David last week, even as new evidence proves him guilty. I shouldn't have to explain to y'all why this is weird behavior. We have already talked about clipping channels and how they actively post misinformation on a daily basis. That's normally with crazy out of context clips with stuff that's not as important. While still weird, it's never on this level to an actual suspect that is going through a literal legal case and trying to pin a person that has literally nothing to do with it being involved in some way. But it reached a catalyst recently when KickChamp posted something
But he injected himself. That was him. Like no one told him to go out there and start defending this person.
probably regrets now after David was actually appearing in court because of everything that was going on.
Oh my fucking God. A lot of texts and phone calls back and forth were seen by the police. This is actual defamation. Hope Rainbed's paying you enough, buddy. Hope Rainbed's paying you enough, buddy. I know exactly how much they're paying you too, buddy. Hey, they offered Ween updates bread too. Not exactly. Hey, it's not enough. It's not enough, but
JasonTheWeen was the closest person to David before his charges and could possibly be a suspect. April 12th, 2025, 11 days before, Jason performs live on stage with David at Coachella. A lot of texts and phone calls back and forth were seen by police. April 25th, 2025, 2 days after David drops his album Withered, where Jason had already been tied to the promo cycle, appearing in a music video for What Are You Waiting For, filmed/released in late March 2025 with Pokimane. JasonTheWeen and Pokimane are directly involved with David's case as they shot a music video with him acting out a
literally just lying on the internet for impressions, bro. Sue who? I'm about to sue KickChamp, bro. Enough is enough. This dude's literally just a weirdo, bro. Yeah, you're right. It's dead ass not even lies. He's just falsely accusing me of shit. Like what, bro? Directly involved. Okay, bet. Alright, bet. I bet. Nah, I'm saving this shit. Let me save this shit. Hey, Pokimane texting me back. Bro, I can't stream it more, bro. Like, bro, why is this like lying on me, bro? Literally lying on me.
Is he really crying? Or is this like fake? Is he actually crying? So I would be surprised if you met the girl. Yeah, so she was all around the guy and you caping for him like that's your bestie. Like, I wouldn't be surprised. That's why you got to be real careful who you be around, bro. My circle's small. Super small.
Falsely accusing me of shit that I'm not even involved in.
Okay, you faking. Okay.
Bro. I don't feel good, chat. I don't know if I can stream them, bro. Just going through a lot right now, bro.
It's one thing to sit here and lie for a clip. A bunch of people do it all the time with fake captions, having clips that are like decades old.
Yeah, to be clear, I don't think it's okay for these clip channels to be lying if that's what they're doing. I don't think that's okay at all. I do think that's foul. Nobody deserves that. But also, I do think that this guy deserves criticism.
And saying the most outrageous things with literally no context in them. But something like this in a very serious situation where actual victims is trying to pin a random person who...
Somebody tell me in the comment section, what game is this? I would love to play this. This look fun as hell. It's like that old BMX game I used to play.
Who just happened to collab with the guy is odd and weird and leads to stuff like this with them threatening to sue, them actually going through with it. Not just JasonTheWeen, but in that clip, I don't know if you heard, he also said he was texting Pokimane to get her involved as well. And as of him saying that and a bunch of the clips going viral of him talking about suing, KickChamp, the actual page that posted all that stuff, took down not only those 2 clips you saw right there, but also took down a variety of other times he was talking about JasonTheWeen. If you go to his page right now, you basically never end up seeing him say his name even once, just out of nowhere, because JasonTheWeen threatened to sue him, which I understand trying to get money, but there is no way lying about something this serious is worth the 3 cents you are going to get off of a Twitter paycheck. And it's not like this KickChamp guy hasn't done stuff like this before. He has lied on other FaZe members, like when he lied on Lacey for apparently not donating to cancer research like he said he would.
Range. Like, how low of a person do you have to be to use cancer to clickbait to get impressions? You know how much of an actual loser you have to be to use cancer to clickbait for impressions? Like, that's sad. That's weird. Like, you have to be genuinely, like, actually, like, I raise money for breast cancer because of my mom had breast cancer, and for a page to just like use that just to get impressions, and not only that, but lie about it to get impressions. It's so weird. Like, I genuinely hope, bro, this page needs taken down, bro.
Clip pages have been a very big problem for a while now, with many other people making entire videos dedicated to the topic. But if we're getting to the point where we literally don't even care about what we're posting, and we are trying to frame people for being suspects in a serious case, I feel like we have lost the plot in this entire internet game as a whole. There is no way you care this much about getting.
Yeah, and I also do think that's wrong. But I also think, fam, shut your ass up, Jason. Why are you putting yourself into this? Like, that's you. Like, this is reaction from you out there. Oh, he definitely didn't do this. He on tour. Impossible. Shut up. If you don't know him, right? It has nothing to do with you. Why are you defending him so hard? It's weird. Tell me what you guys think down in the comment section. Hit the like button, share the video, all that good stuff. Hit the hype button too as well. Sign up for memberships.